Today we are going to do about different types of software. As we have already gone through low-level languages and high-level languages, I just want to a little bit more do about this software and give you some kind of understanding. Okay, so let's start with software. Is the term used to indicate the instructions and data handled by a computer, as we have already seen that, right? So instructions and data given to a computer with the part that you can't see, okay, that is what is called the software. Software is the term used for instructions and data handled by the computer, okay. Then we use another term called programming or coding, both are same, whichever you want to use, is a term used to indicate the process of giving a set of instructions with necessary data to the computer to perform a specific task. Right? If you want to do something using the computer, the set instruction and data you give to get that particular job done is called coding. This giving these instructions and data to the computer to get something done is called coding or programming. Okay. That is, to rephrase that in another way, programming or coding is the process you go through for creating software. So if you want to create some software, what you have to do is you have to program or code. Okay, so that is the process that you run through, and the end product of that generally is the software that you have created. Okay, and programming can be done either using low-level language or high-level language. We have already gone through what a low-level language is, what a higher-level language is, and the advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, so when you talk about software, there is no definition saying it has to be created using low-level language or high-level language. Okay, whatever it is possible, whichever you want to use, no issue. The end product of the programming is a software. Okay, so you use either a low-level language or high-level language and do the coding or the programming, and you achieve the software that you are planning you did. Okay, so that is, okay, again, to rephrase that, software can be created either by low-level language or high-level language. You can use any one of the languages that is suitable. Okay, you might think high-level language is the best one, but let's see in the next few slides. Okay, software can be broadly divided into two. So I'm not going into, actually, if you go through internet or whatever and search for software types, you will find a lot of things. Okay, different types. I'm here taking a broad category which is actually necessary for us to know. We don't have to go into details. If you want to go into details, you can take each of these and browse through the web and maybe get some more information about that, right? So for my definition or for my purpose, I'm only going to talk about two things. One is system software. So software we categorize into two types. One is called the system software. The other is called the application software. Okay. So let's look at what a system software is. System software handles all the activities and functions related to the computer hardware. That is, there in a computer, the keyboard is working, okay, hard drive is working, screen is working, mouse is working. If you use a scanner is working. If you connect a printer is working. Any of these external devices or whatever these hardware things to work. So as you know, for the computer to work, somebody has to give instruction. Okay, so this instruction set is actually given by system software. System software is the one that is responsible for talking to the hardware to get that part hardware to do the job. For example, the system software will talk to the keyboard to accept keys that you're typing in, or the system software will talk to the screen to display whatever that you want to display on the screen. Or if you're saving something on your hard disk, to do that, the system software will talk to the hard drive, the hardware, and get the job done. So it knows all the instruction because this is the lowest level that you can find. It's closer to the hardware. Okay, so that's why I said system software handles all activities and functions related to the computer hardware, and that is one thing, and provides an environment or platform for all other types of software to work. For example, now once you start your Windows computer, let's say, you go there, then you can run Word, or you can run Excel, you can do PowerPoint, or for that matter any other software you are familiar with. Okay, how is it possible? that is also made possible by the system software. System software, in addition to handling the hardware, it also is the one responsible for you for allowing you to run other software like Word or Excel or whatever that you want to run is being run. So the facilitator who makes it possible for you to do that is also the system software. Okay. The operating system, as you may have heard of the name, is the main part of the system software. So majority of this job is going to be done by actually the operating system. Okay, so sometimes you will find they talk about operating system and system software as a kind of the same thing. They are almost the same thing. Majority of the part is operating system, but in addition to that, you will find some other tiny things which are added. So all of those to handle the machine are taken together is what is called a system software. So in a way, you can say system software is the big picture. Inside that, you find the operating system and other things. Okay, so just imagine it like that. Now, see, this is what you have already seen, right? You know about this. Microsoft Windows, that is an operating system. So without Microsoft operating system, most of our desktops or laptops, we will not be able to work with, okay? Unless, of course, you are using Apple, Macintosh or some other type of thing. But even those, they have operating system built into those. This is just some activities that system software or the operating system will allow you to do. One is computer starting process. Now with this we have already seen on one of our previous videos, okay, how the ROM instructions taken from the ROM and it goes to the hard disk, pulls up the main part of the system software, loads it and gives control. So that is part of the operating system loading process or the system software loading process. So that process also is the job of the system software. Okay. Then accepting key entries from the keyboard. Now this one is independent of the application. For example, whether you use Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint, in all those applications you have to type something through the keyboard and you have to show something on the screen. So all these jobs are done inside internally by the system software. So system software is taking care of it. That's why we don't have to worry about those. Okay. Then display information on the screen. Already showed. So saving and retrieving from secondary storage. That is, you want to write something onto the hard disk or read something from the hard disk or floppy drives those days, or CD-ROMs or pen drives or whatever. Okay, saving into that and again retrieving those information. All these actual lowest level hardware level talking and doing the job is done by the system software. Okay, then also language translators, they also form into the system software. Why? Because language translators are translating your high level language or low level language. For example, what are language translators? For a low level language, we know from assembly language to machine language, you use the assembler. So assembler is a language translator. That is low level language translator. Okay. At high level language translator, we have interpreter and compiler. These are also translators. So any of these translators, they have to translate to the machine code. So they have to understand the hardware. That is why these are also part of the system software. Okay, these language translators are also part of the system software. They know their hardware that they are working with, because that's where the system software is working. It's talking to the hardware. Virus scanners also part of the system software. And also allow other software to run. Now, this I already explained to you, like Excel or Word or whatever. Once you start up your Windows computer, or for that matter, any operating system computer, you can run other programs. In this Windows environment, once a computer starts up, you will be able to run Excel or Word or PowerPoint or any other thing that you want to, that is available on your computer. Okay. Who is allowing you to do that? System software. Because of the system software only, you are able to run Excel, then stop that, finish it, exit from that, then go to Word, run that, do that, work with Word, then exit and go to something else. This environment facility is made possible by the system software. So system software is responsible for some of the things I have shown here. Starting this computer, accepting entries from the keyboard, displaying information onto the screen, saving and retrieving from secondary storage, language translator, virus scanners. this is not all the things, okay? If you just go through the web and check, you will be able to find more things. But these are all things that are related to the hardware and specific to the computer, okay? So these are what the system software will do and make it possible for us to run our own things like Word and Excel and so on and so forth. So since as you can, as I already explained to you, majority of the system software's task is closely tied up to the hardware, is talking to the hardware. So therefore system software itself is a software, so somebody has to develop that. These system kind softwares are generally developed using low level language. Why? Because low level language is machine dependent. So you are writing the system software for a particular machine. So when you are doing that, that is the most preferable choice. I can't remember or remember seeing anywhere that system softwares are written using high level languages. Maybe it's possible, I don't know. But main thing is the low level language, because the low level language can access the hardware of its whatever is connected to it. Okay, so that is why you will find all the system softwares are developed using low level language. It could be machine language or assembly language. Okay, majority I think assembly language.